Angeles Memorial Stadium. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. It's the Fresno State Bulldogs and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
USC trying to get back to national prominence. They have not been able to crack that college football playoff code. A 9-4 season did show signs of improvement, but it wasn't good enough for fans. They do return quarterback Jaden Mayava. He has shown some talent and composure in the pocket, but USC's got work to do to get back to national relevance. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Trojans headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Fresno State's offense will go to work first. And here comes Rayshon Luke. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds. And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Martin back to pass. Here's a heat. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Complete downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in bounds.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd long and field.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the foot. On downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
So USC's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And when you have a corner of this caliber, it gives the defense so many options in the way they can attack. We'll see what they're able to do with this guy. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Mosley. Breaks a tackle and continues to fight for yards. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain.
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown USC. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field. He'll
bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Got it behind the line. It's McClain. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Martin will throw it. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Trojans will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Right back to it. Might have a chance. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He now has 63 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Martin back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Release to the back. Working the middle, it's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They're going to run it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the D deny them on second and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. To the air, it's Mayava. Throws for the tight end. Finds his man, it's Bowman. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Lost to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
They'll move the wide receiver. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Second down coming up. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Mayava. Trying to get rid of it. Just threw that one way too far.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead. The momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun. Here's the pressure. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Baylor taking on the Auburn Tigers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Anderson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jordan. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play action fake. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Bring in the heat, and it's a sack.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away knowing the play is over.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Got a man. It's McClain. Bounced off his feet.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down at them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Trying play action. Under fire. And they got it.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Hauls it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Trojan.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Handoff from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. throw it. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The last two plays have left them in a hole as they stare at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Jordan. Holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Fresno State right back to the line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum, gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. To throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give on the counter. They opened the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll go right back to... Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Here we go. There you go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Got enough for the 1st. Here's a little room there. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So they picked up that last 1st down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Martin back to pass. Got a man, it's Freeman. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw. Positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Off play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
It's complete. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They're looking at a down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time.